also temperate debt.
The Thanes rule their fiefdoms with justice also. You have Lennox, Ross, Angus, Macduff, and Banquo.
But in this time of battle, a hero arose. He fought for his king and slaughtered his foes.
Mischievous powers began to pay heed, and supernatural forces strove to tempt this Thane creed.
Ambition and prophecy shall serve as his bane, and render he and his lady infamous name.
Our tale carries warning that each of us should strive to do what is right, to do what is good. Our story begins on a day without the sun, as a fearsome battle is about to be won.
Shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won, that will be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath, there to meet Macbeth.
I come, Grey Mountain.
Pentacles, anon. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air.
At his encampment near Forest, King Duncan awaits the news of the fearsome battle raging beyond the hill.
His son Lennox depends on him. The soldier from the fray brings word of the battle toward the end of the day.
What bloody man is that?
He can report, as seemeth by his plight, that there evolved a new estate.
This is a sergeant who, like a good and hardy soldier, fought against smart captivity.
Hail, brave friend. Come, say to the king knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers which do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald from the western isle supplied, and fortune on his damned coral smiling, showed like a rebel's war. But not for long, for brave Macbeth, and well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, carved out his passage till he faced a slave, wishing to shook hands, were made farewell to him. They unseamed him from the nape of the chops, and fixed his head upon a battlements.
O valiant cousin,
Worthy gentleman, Mark, King of Scotland, Mark, no sooner had justice, valor, arms, compelled these skipping claims and turned their heels. But the Norwegian lord, seeing his vantage, with furbished arms and a new supply of men, began a fresh assault.
dismay not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo?
Only as sparrows do eagles, or the hare the lion, if I say sooth. I must report, there was cannons, overcharged with double cracks, till they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. But to bathe in reeking wounds, or make another Golgotha, I cannot tell. But I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wound, they smack of honor both.
Go, get him surgeons. Who comes here?
The worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks would rise, so should she look that seems to speak things strange. God save the king.
Whence cometh thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, where their weird banners flout the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Oh, great happiness!
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his full title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he has lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Yet to me you speak not. If you can look into the seats of time, and say which grains will grow and which will not. Speak then to me, who neither begs nor fears your favors nor your hate.
Hail,
Hail, hail.
lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier. Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth. All hail.
Stay! You perfect speakers. Tell me more. By my father's death, I know I am Thane of Laws. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives. A prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. No more than to be Thane of Cawdor. Save from whence you get this strange intelligence. Or why upon this blasted eve you stalk my way with such a prophetic greeting? Speak! I charge you!
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air. And what seemed corporal melted his breath into the wind. Would they had stayed?
Are these such things as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too. Went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words. Who comes here?
King Duncan had happily received Macbeth, the news of thine success. In viewing over the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee victorious with the rebel, and in south European ranks. And everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into a sight, if not pay thee.
And as a pledge of greater honor to come, he bade me from him to call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
What, can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who is the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. With both Norway and the rebel, he labored in his country's wreck. His treasonous acts have been confessed and proved, and have overthrown him.
Longs and Thane of Cawdor. The greatest is to come. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings now, when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet kindle you unto the crown besides the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to witness to our harms, the instruments of darkness will tell us truths, lead us with honest trifles, to bring us to betrayal in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word I pray you.
Two truths are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of imperial themes. I thank you, gentlemen. These things cannot be ill, and cannot be good. I am Thane of Cawdor. Yet why do I yield that suggestion? Whose horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature. My thought, whose murder is yet but fantastical, defeats so my weak nature, that all action is overcome by imagination. Only those imaginings seem real.
Look how our partners wrapped,
chance will have me king. Why, chance may crown me without my stir. Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me a favor. My dull brain was wrought and things forgotten. Come, let us war the king. Think upon its chance, and in more time, the intern having waited it. Let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
And then, enough. Come, friends.
Any further aid who might minister to uncover their mouldering purposes would be all to our honor.
At once, I am all contentment and security knowing. I am surrounded thusly by fellows and friends. Scoundrels may linger in the wait, as ever the malice is in the heart and mind, rather than action.
Northumberland shall always heed the call of Duncan and his line. We are blood-bound and honor sworn to your allegiance.
Let us hope the glory of the battle need not call us from our homes thusly for the span of days. The hearts of our families will be a welcome respite from the campaigns abroad.
Noble Siward, English though you may be, ours is truly grateful for what thou and thine hast labored for our own in Scotland. It shan't be forgotten. The rest shall arrive shortly, when we commence our festal board, and congratulations won.
And methinks thine eye hath the note of prophecy, for here are tardy things to approach.
The brave Macduff looks to have joined our company on their journey. How has your family fared through the battles and fight?
My wife and brood hath weathered this storm with much fierce bravery and kind generosity. My lady hath, with much diligence, ministered to our countrymen whilst I was about in the field.
She is a most admirable woman who stands a strong tribute to your noble name.
See, great king, I found these ruffians tarrying me in the arch in your courtyard. I believe you expect them presently.
Oh, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now is heavy on me. Would thou hast less deserved than the portion of both thanks and payment might have been mine. All's left to say, more as I do, than more than all can pay.
The service and loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne, state, children and servants, which do but what they should, by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither.
Noble, I began to plant thee, and will continue to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, would thou hast less deserved, nor must be known to have done so, let me enfold thee and hold you close to my heart.
There if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, noble establish our state upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not uninvest him, but nobleness shall shine like stars upon all deservers, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest this labor, which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife at your approach. So humbly, take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor,
Prince of Cumberland, that is a step on which I must fall down, or else overleap. For in my way it lies. Storms, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be, which the eye fears when it's done to see.
Glance thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet, I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. But thou wouldst holily, wouldst thou highly, wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Thou wouldst have great glams, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do than wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee of the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings?
The king comes here tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy messenger with him? Who were it so would have informed for preparation.
So please you, it is true. Our thane is coming. One of my fellows has just arrived ahead of him, whom, dead for breath, scarcely made up his message.
Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits, that tend on mortal thoughts, and unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of your direst cruelty, and make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shape my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come, thick night, and smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wounded makes, nor the heaven peep through the blanket of the dark, to cry, hold, hold. Great Clams, worthy Cador, greater than both, by the all hail hereafter. Your letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and now I feel the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And one goes hence.
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Bear welcome in your hand, your eye, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall, to all our nights and days to come, give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
Speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter every favor is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This guest of summer, the temple-haunting Margaret does approve. By his loved macularly that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here.
No jutty, frieze, buttress, nor cone of vantage, but this bird hath made his pen a bed and procreant cradle.
Where they most green haunt, I have observed the air is delicate.
And alas, the time for leave-taking does descend upon us.
What, cousin? So soon after victory?
Father, why did we stay for the feast tonight? We will repair to Northumberland at the break of dawn. No harm done.
No, returning home at once. We have seen good Duncan and all things safely thus. But now must turn our thoughts to our own home and our duties to our own countrymen.
It is a long ride ahead, sir.
The better we make an immediate beginning.
You will be sorely missed tonight.
Adieu. Ere next meeting we want for celebration and sans competition.
Mighty Northumberland, I pray it be so. Adieu. See, our honored hostess. The love that falls us sometimes is our trouble, which we still thank as love. Herein I teach you, how you should bid God heal us for your pains, and thank us for your troubles.
All our service, in every point, twice done and then done double. We're poor and single business to contend against those honors your majesty gives to our family. For those of old, and the late dignities heaped up to them, thou shalt always be in our prayers.
Where's the native Condor?
We coursed him at the heels, and had a purpose to be his purveyor.
But he rides well.
And his great love, sharp as his spur, hath pulled him to his home before us.
Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Give me your hand, and conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, I will continue our graces toward him. By your leave, hostess.
But Macbeth could not make merry, as he could only think on the inexorable crime which he and his lady were meant to perform.
If it were done, when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. For here upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we would teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. Duncan's here in double trust. First, as I'm his kinsman and his subject, strong reasons against the deed. And then, as his host, who should against his murder shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, to the deep damnation of his taking off, and pity, like a heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the deed in every eye. A tear shall drown the wind. I have no spurs to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now? What news?
He's almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked me?
Know you not he has?
We'll proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which have been worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk, wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time now, such I account thy love. Art thou feared to be the same in thine own act of valor, as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou rather live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the proverb?
Prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dare does more as none.
What beast was it then? And made you break this enterprise to me? When You durst do it. Then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you'd be so much more than a man. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked from my breast its boneless gums and dashed the brains out. Had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail,
we fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall this day's hard journey soundly invite him? Will I numb with wine his two chamberlains, so that in their swinish sleep their drenched natures lies in a death? What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
bring forth men and children only. For thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood the sleepy two of his own chamber, and use their very daggers? They have done it.
Who dares receive it other? As we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death.
I am settled, and bent on each corporal agent upon this terrible feat. Away, and mark the time with fairest show. False face must hide what false heart doth know.
Banquo and his son Fleance take the first walk, as Macbeth steals across the courtyard, visions leading him onward towards the king's chamber.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have none in the glove.
And she goes down to 12.
I take this later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There is husbandry in heaven. Its candles are all out. Take thee that, too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me. Yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Who's there? Give me my sword!
A friend.
What, sir? Not yet at rest? The king's in bed. He hath been an unusual pleasure. All is well. I dreamed last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it on some words upon that business. You would grant the time.
At your kind's leisure.
Good repose the while.
The like to you.
Go with thy mistress. When my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell. Get thee to bed. Dagger, which I see before me. Its handle toward my hand. Come. Let me clutch thee. Art thou not fatal vision? Sensible to feeling. As to sight. Or art thou but a dagger of the mind? A false creation. Proceeding from the depressed brain. Hear not my steps, which way they walk. For fear thy very stones trade my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time, which now suits with it. Was I thread? He lives. Words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. That which hath quenched them hath given me fire. Hark! Peace! It was the hour of the trade. The fatal bellman, which gives close to death their final good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the groggy grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their posses, and death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's that?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked and 'tis not done. Hark, I laid their daggers ready. He could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I would have done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl shriek and the crickets cry. Didst not you speak?
When?
Now.
Was I descended?
Aye.
Hark. Who was in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought, to say a sorry sight.
There's one that laughed in sleep. And one cried murder. But they didn't wake each other. I stood and I heard them. But they didn't say their prayers. And addressed them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
And cried, God bless us. But I know man the other. As if they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening them there, I could not pronounce amen. And they did say, God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could not I pronounce amen? I'm in most need of blessing. And amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways. So it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth hath murdered sleep.
What do you mean?
And so it cried to all the house, sleep no more. Glamis hath murdered sleep. And therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Oh. Why, worthy Thane, do you unbend your noble strength to think so brazenly of things? Go get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the place? They must lie there. Go carry them and smear the sleepy grooms with blood.
I will not go. I'm afraid to think what I've done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of grooms withal. For it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me? When every noise appalls me. What hands are here? Will all of Neptune's great oceans wash this blood clean from my hand? No. Rather to wash them, wouldst turn the green seas red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. Hark, I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy it is then. Your constant have left you unattended. More knocking. Put on your neck, lest occasion call us, and show us to be watchers. Be not us so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, or best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
A knocking indeed. The man reporter of Hellgate, he'd take his time turning the key. Knock, knock, knock. Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Faith, here's a farmer come hither having hanged himself on the expectation of plenty. Come in time of napkin to know about you. Here, you'll sweat a plenty. Knock, knock, knock. Faith, here's an equivocator come hither, who can argue both scales against either scale.
who committed treason enough for God's sake yet cannot equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, faith, here's an English tailor come hither, haven't stolen out of a French hose. Oh, come in, tailor, here you may roast your goose. But this place is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I would have thought to have let in some of all the professions that go the primrose way at the everlasting bonfire. Anon, I pray thee, remember the porter.
Was it so late, friend, that you went to bed, or you didn't lie so late?
Aye, we were carousing until the hour struck 3. And drink, sir, is a great provoker of 3 things.
What 3 things does drink especially provoke?
Marry, nose painting in red, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir, it provokes, and unprovokes. It provokes desire, and it takes away the performance. Thus, much may be said to be two-faced about lechery. It gets a man started, and then stops him. Warms a man up, and then cools a man down. It provokes him, and then disheartens him. Makes him stand to, and then stand down. In conclusion, lechery lies within his sleep, and, thus giving him the lie, leaves him.
I believe drink gave me the lie last night.
That it did, sir. Drink got me by the throat, but I got it back. It got me by the leg at times, but in the end, I threw it up.
Is the master stirring? Oh look, our knocking has awaked him.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He didn't command me to call timely upon him. I've almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
We know this is a joyful trouble to you, but yet 'tis one.
The labor we delight in is no trouble at all. This is the door.
I will make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so. Slept you well?
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And as they say, lamentings heard in the air. Strange screams of death. And prophesying, with accents terrible of dire combustion, and confused events that hatched the woeful time. The obscure would clamor the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and didn't shake.
It was a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Oh, horror! 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 Tongue or heart cannot conceive nor name me.
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke up the Lord's anointed temple and stole from men's life of the building.
What did you say? The life.
Meaning his majesty.
Approach the chamber and destroy thy sight with a new gorgon. Bid me not speak. See, and then speak thyselves. Awake! Awake! Ring the bell! Murder and treason! Banquo, Donalbain, Malcolm, awake! Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself! Up and see the great doom's image! Ross, Angus, awake! Like from thy graves rise and walk like sprites and countenance this horror! Awake! Awake! Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Oh, my gentle lady, it is not for you to hear what I can speak, for the words in thy gentle ear would be murder as it fell. Banquo, Banquo, our royal master's been murdered.
What? In our house?
Here doth. I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died an hour before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this instant, there is nothing serious in mortality. Renown and grace is dead.
What is amiss?
You are, and do not know it. The spring, the head, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it stopped.
Your royal father's been murdered.
By whom?
Those of his chamber as it seemed had done it. Their hands and faces were badged with blood.
So were their daggers, which unwiped we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life is to be trusted with them.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury, that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral, in an instant? No man. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. They are the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade. Their daggers and mantle breached with gore. Who could refrain, that had a heart to love? And in that heart, courage to make love's known.
Help me hence!
Look to the lady.
Why do we hold our tongues? At most, we claim this argument for ours.
What should be said here? Were I faint, hid in an auger hole, we rush, and see thus, to where tears are not brewed.
Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid, suffer an exposure, let us meet and question this most bloody piece of work to know it further. Fears and scruples do shake us. And in the great hand of God I stand, and thence against the undivulged pretense I fight for treasonous malice.
And so do I.
So all! Let's briefly put on manly readiness, and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is to show that the false man plays easy enough. I'll take you.
Trial and I, our separate infortunes will keep us both safe. For we are, there's daggers in men's smiles. Then you're blood, then you're bloody. This hideous shot that shot. Thy life. The safest way is to avoid game. Or worse, and it's not dainty when you take it. Shoot away. There's war in that death which steals itself. There's no mercy left.
Apparition after the king's death? None other than his cousin of Glamis and Cawdor, Macbeth.
Against nature still. It looks like the crown shall fall upon Macbeth.
He hath already gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
No, cuz, I will to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
And may you see things done well there. Adieu, lest our old robes fall easier than our new.
Farewell, good lady.
God's best thing go with you. All those who think good and bad, friends and foes.
Thou hast it now, King, Cawdor, Glamis, all, as the weird women promised. I fear thou playedst most foully for it. And yet, it was said that it should not stand in thy posterity, that I should be the root and father of many kings, if there come truth from them. As upon thee, Macbeth, their speeches shine. Why, by the verities I'll thee made good, could they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope? Hush, no more.
Father, I learned shooting a longbow. This learned lady showed me how.
Well, you must thank her properly, as befits your family. Go on.
My most sincere thanks, you fair lady, for your aid in my endeavor. I'm at your service when you come.
You are most welcome, young master.
Here is our chief guest.
If he had been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
that your Highness demand upon me, to the which my duties are with an indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, but we'll take that tomorrow. Is it far your ride?
As far, my lord, as will take up the time towards now in supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are still in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their ears with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, hide your horse. Adieu until you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my lord. Our time does call upon us.
He did promise me a glimpse of the startling filly crack in a wood, my lord.
Did he so? Well, I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time until 7 at night, to make society the sweeter welcome, who will hold herself until supper time alone. While then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Those men to wait upon us?
They are, my lord, without the palace gates.
Bring them before us. To be king is nothing, but to be safe the king. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares, hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none but he whose been I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked. As it is said, Mark Antony's was by Caesar. The weird sisters, prophet-like, hailed him, father to a line of kings. Upon my head, they place a fruitless crown, and put a barren scepter in my grip. No son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind. For his children, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings! Rather than so, come fate into the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? And go to the door, and wait there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was. So please, your lord.
Now have you considered of what we spoke? Know that it was Banquo in times past that held you so under fortune, which you had thought to have been our innocent self. This I made proof to you.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now a point of second meeting. Do you find your patience so predominant in nature that you can let this go?
I am what my liege who the violent blows and buffets of the world hath so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I, another, so weary with disasters,
come with fortune, that I would set my life to mend it, or beyond.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
And so he is mine. Which is then that I ask your assistance in the matter, masking the business from the common eye, for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command in us.
And so in jealous paranoia, Macbeth did set in motion Banquo's death.
Not only him, but Fleance too. So there would be no heir to his estate left.
He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to them just.
He sent me thus to make assurance on your task. I come in service to His Majesty, and find myself at your disposal.
Then stand with us. The West Gate delivered with some shrieks a day. Now spurs the latest traveler a taste to gain the timely inn. And near approaches the subject of our watch.
I have horses. Give us a light then, ho!
Then 'tis he. The rest that are within the note of expectation already are in court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile, but so it is usually. So all men from hence to the palace gate make it their walk.
A light, a light.
Is he standing to it?
It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Oh, treachery!
Not the way?
Only one is down, the son of Blake.
We have lost best half of our fare.
Well, let's away, and sail as is done.
Is Banquo gone from court?
I have, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king, I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Naught's had, all is spent. Where our desire is got without content. that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone, brooding those thoughts which should have indeed died without they think on? Things without all remedy would be without regard. What's done is done.
We have stung the snake, not killed it. In fear we sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams which do shake us nightly. Better be with the dead, whom we have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave, after life's fitful fever. He sleeps well. Nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleek over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among our guests.
So shall I love, and so I pray, be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo and his Fleance lives.
But in them immortality does not reign.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou jocund. Hear the bat of Fleance cloistered flight. And to black Hecate summons the shard-born beetle that a throng makes yawning peal. There shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest child. Till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, and scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day. And with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and dare to pieces the great bond which keeps me pale. My pickets and the crow next swing to the rocky woods. The things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me. You know your own degrees. Sit down at first, and last the hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but best time we'll require her welcome.
Pronounce it to me, sir, and to all our friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome.
See, they encountered thee with their heart's thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit. Sit in the midst. Be large in mirth. Anon, we'll drink a mesh of the table round. There's blood on my face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
'Tis better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
My lord, so does come that I did for him.
Thou art the best of the company. throats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the nonpareil.
Well, sir, Fleance is escaped.
Then comes my fit again. The Banquo's done.
My good lord, save for ditching by with 20 trench gashes on his head, the least a death to a mortal man.
Thanks for that. Get thee going. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. Our meeting is bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Now, good digestion, weight on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness, sit.
Here have we now our country's honor roofed, with the graced person of our Banquo present, who may our other challenge for unkindness, then pity for mischance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please your highness, grace us with your royal company.
There's no place.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves that highness?
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I didn't. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Everyone rise, his highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. Feed, regard him not. Are you a man?
I, and a bold one, who dares look on which might fall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. Oh, these flaws, starts, impostors to true fear, will become a woman's story, at a winter's fire, authorized by our granddaughter. Shame itself! Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look on but a stool.
Indeed. See there. Look. Behold, lo. How say you? Why? What care I? If Shawn's houses and our graves must send those who we bury back, we should as well leave the dead for vultures, making birds' stomachs their tombs.
What quite unlanded folly!
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fire for shame!
The times have been that when the brains are out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal wounds on their crowns, and push us from our seats. These things are strange, such as murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love enough to all, and then I'll sit down. Bring me some wine, fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table. And to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. To all in him we thirst. And all to all.
Our duties and pledge.
Fond, and put my sight of the earth I thee. My bones are marrows. My blood is gold. Thou must no speculation in those eyes, which thou dost glare
appears, but as a thing of custom. 'Tis no other, only it spoils the pleasure of the time.
What man dare? I dare. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble, or be alive again. And dare me to the desert with thy sword. If I tremble, possess me the baby of a girl. Hence horrible shadow, the real mockery hence. Why so? Big God. I am a man again. Pray you sit still!
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meaning of most of our disorder.
Can such things be? But now I think you can behold such sights. Keep the natural ruby your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Questions enrage him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night.
And better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with the morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou? That Macduff denies his person at our great bidding.
Did you send to him, sir?
I did hear that he refused our invitation, but I'll send once more. There's not a thing, but in this house I keep a servant who will spy. I'll go tomorrow. Early I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak to me. For now I am bent to know. For mine own good.
You lack the seasons of all nature. Sleep.
Come. Go to bed. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that one's hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
It seems the conscience of the king hangs heavily toward his steeped in blood, yet he won't give over to the very last, though he drowns in life's liquor.
Banquo no threat, accepting and dream. He turns out to Macduff in his perfidious scheme.
Make amends now. Get you gone! And at the pit of Acheron, meet me in the morning. Thither he will come to know his destiny. Your vessels and your spells provide. Your charms and everything beside. I am for the air! This night I'll spend unto a dismal and fatal end. Great business must be wrought ere noon. Upon the corner of the moon there lies a vaporous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground, and that distilled by magic sleights shall raise such artificial sprites as by the strengths of their illusions shall draw him unto his confusions. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes above wisdom, grace, and fear. And you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. While the moon her watch is keeping, rise and come away. While the weary world is sleeping, rise and come away. Or thy spirit's mortally stealing, visions of the damned revealing, sucks a deep and dreadful feeling. Rise and come away. Streams turn to currents at my willing. Rise and come away. I see the tides at sea too roiling. Rise and come away. Winds gale at my bidding. Earth cries at my being. In the dark night none can see me. Rise and come away. Now betray me not, my daughter. Rise and come away. I bid thy mother and thy father. Rise and come away. My cracking jaws and thieving toddlers set upon thee with my powers. Prophecies thine and ours. Rise and come away. Come away, come away, come away,
Come, let's make haste. She'll soon be back again.
What I had said had but hit your thoughts as well, which thou canst further interpret. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied at Macbeth. Married, he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked too late, whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed, for Fleance is fled. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned fact, how it did grieve Macbeth. Did he not, straight and pious rage, the two delinquents kill, that were slaves of drinks and dogs asleep? Was that not nobly done? Aye, and wisely too, for 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that I say, he has borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his keep, as I pray heaven he shall not, they should find the penalty for killing their father, as mortal was the crime. And so should Fleance, I warrant. But peace, for I've heard that because he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
Lady, the son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court. Thither Macduff is gone to ask his holy king, upon his aid to awake Northumberland, the warlike Siward. That this report has so exasperated the king, that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent it to Macduff?
He did, with an absolute sir, not I. The king's messenger turned his back and hums, as who should say, "You'll rue the day that burns me with this answer."
And that might advise Macduff to a caution, to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his messenger come. But a swift blessing may soon return to this, our suffering country, under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
blocks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hands? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds, and let them fight against the churches. Though the crashing waves confound, and swallow navigation up. Though the seeds of existence fall, and even destruction becomes sick of it all. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak.
Demand. We'll answer.
Say, that's where I live here from. Our hands. Or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see them.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten her non-arrow. Grease that's sweetened from the murderers to a throw. Into a flame.
Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thoughts.
Hear his speech, but speak thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff, beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me, enough.
Whatever thou art, for thy precaution thanks. Thou hast harbored my fear aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
I'd hear thee.
Be bloody bold and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
And live Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance. Double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted feared lies, to sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king? Where's the pious baby crown? Round and top of sovereignty.
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be loyal, mettled, proud. Take no care where good spires are. Macbeth shall never vanquish me into great Britain wood. To high Destiny Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who could impress the forest? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound root. Sweet tidings, good. Rebellion's head. Rise never, till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high place, Macbeth, shall live the lease of nature. Pay his breath to time and mortal custom. But yet my heart robs in on one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's children ever reign in this land?
Seek to know no more.
You're wholly satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. What noise is this?
Show.
no more. And yet the 8th appears. Now my seat is true. For the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me, demands them for his. Where are they? Gone! Of this pernicious hour. Send I accursed in the calendar. Come in! Without there!
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Damn me all those that trust them! I did hear galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
Time. Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife. Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all the unfortunate souls that trace in his line. No more boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do, before this purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are!
My dearest Caius, I pray you, school yourself. For your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. I dare not speak much further, but crueler times when we are traitors, when we do not know ourselves, when we believe every rumor we fear, yet know not what we fear. I take my leave of you. It shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at the worst will cease, or else climb upwards to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I'm so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be to my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave of you at once.
Sirrah, your father's all but dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, mother.
What with worms and flies?
I'll survive with what I get. I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird. Thou'dst never fear the net nor snare, the pitfall nor the traps?
Why should I, mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father's not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how wilt thou do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll buy him and sell him again.
Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet in faith was good enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
And what is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enow to beat the honest men and hang up them.
God help thee, poor monkey. How wilt thou do for father?
If he were dead, you would weep for him. If you would not, it should be a sign I should quickly have a new father.
Poor Prather, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not known to know in state of honor and further. I know some dangers approaching near. If you will take my advice, be not bound here. Hence with your little one. Rightly thus in things that too savage. To do worse without cruelty, which is to deny your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare fly you.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. I remember now that in this earthly world, for to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometimes counted dangerous folly. Why then do I put up that worthy defense to say I have done no harm? What are these basins?
Where is your husband?
I open no place so unsanctified such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou lies, thou shalt hear him singing!
What? You were!
He has killed me, mother. Run.
Duncan's eldest son.
After his father's murder, he fled to England to gain the support of the British king.
Macduff hopes that Malcolm will, with his army to Scotland, return.
I would follow and help him regain the throne.
Come, let us seek out some desolate shade. And there, keep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the deadly sword, and like good men defend our downfall and birthday. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland and yelled out in like sorrow.
What I believe, I'll wear. What you don't believe, and what I can repair, as I shall find the time to, friend, I will. You have spoken. It may be the truth. This tyrant Macbeth was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He may still receive his favor through betraying me. He hath not touched you yet. It would be wisdom to offer up a poor, weak, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
Macbeth is.
I have lost all my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts. Why not honest left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking. I pray you, let not my suspicions be offended, but see them as mine own safeties. You may be right and just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, poor country, bleed. Great tyranny, lay thou thy foundations well. For goodness, dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs, Macbeth. The crown is thine. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst toward a country that's in the tyrant's grasp.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath yoke. It weeps. It bleeds. Each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think many would support me in my right, and here from gracious England, I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it upon my sword, yet my poor country shall have more avarice in me than it had before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever, by him that shall succeed.
This avarice hath been the sword of our slain kings. Yet do not fear. Scotland hath plenty to fill up of your will. Of your mere own, all of these are portable, with other graces weighed.
But I have none. Such king-becoming graces as justice, perseverance, devotion, I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, found all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. O nation miserable, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Thy father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, oftener upon her knees, prayed every day she lived. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain that thou thinkst, for the country that's in the tyrant's grasp. The evils thou repeatest thyself hath banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, born of thy integrity, hath from my soul reconciled my belief in thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth hath sought to win me through lying messengers, and modest wisdom saves me from too quickly believing the words of men. But God above deal between thee and me, for thou hast proved thy loyalty to Scotland, and I speak the taints and blames I laid upon myself. For truly, I do lead a virtuous life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile.
Whither indeed? Before thou camest here, old Siward was setting forth with 10,000 warlike men. Now we'll together, and the chance of success be equal to our just cause.
Look who comes here, my ever-gentle cousin, Ross. Welcome hither.
Sirs,
Stands Scotland where it did?
alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It shall not be called our mother, but our graves where good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying where'er they stricken.
What's the news of grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does
my wife, and all my children. Keep it not from me, quickly let me have it.
And not your ears despise my tongue forever. It shall possess them with heaviest sound they have ever yet heard.
I begin to guess it.
Her castle's been taken, her wife and babe savagely slaughtered. To relate the manner in which they died would add the death in you.
Merciful heaven, what man dare put your hands upon your brows? Give sorrow words. Grief that does not speak whispers your fraught heart and bids it break.
My children?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be away from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. All my pretty ones? Did you say all? Oh, how can I all? What? All my children and their dam in one fell swoop?
Face it like a man.
I will do so. I must also feel it as a man. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee, not for their own merits, not for what they are, but for mine own. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword, that grief convert to anger. Blood not the heart, enrage it!
Oh, I can play the woman with mine eyes and a braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, bring thou this fiend of Scotland, and within my sword's blank set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
Come, our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, but can receive no truth in your report. Tell me, when was it you last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, we have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet,
Take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed.
yet all this in a most fast sleep.
A great perturbation in nature. To receive at once the benefits of sleep and do the effects of watching. In this great slumbery agitation, besides walking and other actual performances, what, at any time, have you heard her say?
That, doctor, which we will not require afterward.
May to me, it is most important you should.
Neither you nor anyone.
Though you, here she comes. This is her very advice, and upon my life, fast asleep.
Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why stood by her? She is like her continually.
'Tis her command.
her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses shut.
What is it she does now?
Look how she rubs her hands.
It's an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands.
We have known to continue in this a quarter of an hour. It here's the spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will sit down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out. Damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then, 'tis time to do it. Hell's murky. 5, my lord. 5. A soldier, and what feared? What need we fear? Who knows it? When none can call our power to account. Yet, who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mark that, Doctor?
To think if I had a wife. Where is she now? What? Will these hands never be clean? No more of that. My lord, no more of that. You are all starving.
Go to. You know you should not.
She has spoken what she should not, I'm sure of that.
Heaven knows that she is now.
Yet, here is the smell of blood still. Oh, the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh. Oh.
What sigh is there?
The heart is sorely charged.
I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Well.
Pray be well, doctor.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep, who have died boldly in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave. To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed? Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to the death pillows will discharge secrets. Morning chief divine and physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her. Remove her from all means of annoyance. And still keep eyes on her. So connect. Her mind she is mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
his uncle the Duke of Northumberland, and Macduff, journeyed to join with the Scottish resistance waiting for them in Verdant Forest.
Meanwhile, clinging to the visions the weird sisters revealed to him, Cotter and Glom's, now the sovereign of the land, thinks he is safe from the onslaught.
Rumors say the king has gone mad along with his wretched wife.
Others speak, who have thrown their fate in with his lot, saying that his foul and bending moves are but proof of his brave fury.
Great folly, Morley, as he is powerless to amend the forces thus ruled to bring his tyrannous rule to an end.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham Wood removed to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. That's the boy, Malcolm. Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false things, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt, nor shake with fear. Devil damn thee, black, thou cream-faced loon! Where goest thou that goose look?
It is 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Soldiers, sir. The English force so please you.
Take thy face hence. Seton! I am sick at heart when I behold. Seton, I say! This fight will keep me forever on the throne. Or I'm lost. I've lived long enough. In the autumn of my years, and that which should accompany old age, as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have. But in their stead, curses, not loud, but deep felt, which the poor heart would fain deny, and dare not. Seton!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I will fight, till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Bring me mine armor.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send out my horses. Scour the country round. Hang those that talk with fear. Bring me mine armor. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with the coming fancies.
Then you keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory of rooted sorrow. Raise at the written troubles of the brain. Cleanse the bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein, the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. send out. Dr. Fleance, fly from me. Tongues are dispatched. If thou couldst, Doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo. Doctor, what purgative drug would scour these English hens? Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I will not be afraid of death and pain till burning forests come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, a prophet again could hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe.
We doubt of nothing. Is this Burnham Wood before us?
Aye. Let every man hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the number of our host, and make discovery ere it be reported of us.
It shall be done.
We learn no other, but the confident hierarchy still in Dunsinane. Only the juror setting down before us.
But this is only hope. For where there's opportunity, men and lords have fled his service, and none serveth him but those who are forced, and there's no loyalty in them.
Let us hold our judgment until the outcome become clear, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches, thou with due decision, let us know what we shall say we have, and what we own. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate. That certain issue strokes must arbitrate towards which advance the war.
Wherefore was that cry?
Queen, my lord, is dead.
She would have died sometime. Someday, the word would arrive. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty place. From day to day. Dull our yesterdays. I've led a fool's way to dusty death. Out with candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Who comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly?
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me continue round. If it not be so, within this 3 mile, may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive. If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull the resolution and begin to doubt the equivocation of the theme that lies like truth. Fear not, Macbeth, till Burnham would come to Dunsinane. And now, a wood comes toward Dunsinane. Arm it out! If that which she avouches does appear, there is no flying hence, no tarrying here. I begin to be weary of the sun, and wish the state of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind! Come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Now near enough. Your leafy screens throw down and show like those you are. You worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Macduff and we shall take upon whatever else remains to do, according to our order.
Very well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight. Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
If we meet not again in this world, we shall surely meet in the next.
Make our trumpets speak! Give them all breath! These clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but Bialik I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one I'm to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou wilt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth. Ah!
The devil himself cannot pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No more fearful.
Thou liest, poor tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakst. Tyrant. Ah!
Was born. You're a woman. Ah! But swords I smile at. Weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by man. It's of a woman born.
Show thyself, tyrant! If thou be slain by no stroke of mine, my wife and child's ghost will haunt me still. O fortune, let me find him, and more I pray not.
This way, my lord. The castle is gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day almost itself professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
You'll follow men house. I have avoided thee. But get me back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou, more bloody a villain than terms can give thee out.
Thou mightest cut the air before thine sword, as brandish your steel of me. Let it fall by the blade of vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to what of woman born.
To spare thy charm, let the angel whom thou still hast learned thou lead. Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so. Be these juggling fiends no more believed, and toil with us in eternal sense, and keep the word of promise from our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield, coward, and live to be the short cage of the tide. We'll have thee as our rare monsters are, carried on a pole, and under it. Here, may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before your mountain's feet, or to be baited with a rabble's curse. Though burden would become to density, and thou oppose, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on Macduff, and damn be him that first cries old enough.
great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, he is no success. He only lived until he was a man. Like a man, he died.
And he is gone.
Aye, and run off the field.
God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish to them a fairer death. And so his Nels and Knowles.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well, and paid his score. So God be with thee. Here comes newer comforts.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the cursed usurper's head. The time is free. I see the encompassed by thy kingdom's pearl, who speak my salutations in their mind, and whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
Peace to our slain king.
May he rest well.